Hello, beautiful people. My name is Isal, and welcome back to my channel. I don't know if you've been following me on this, but I just read Reddit stories while I'm crafting. Today, I'm gonna do a little Penpal letter for my Penpal, Dan, and this is basically the letter that they sent me. They are just so good. Look at this letter. Everything they do is gorgeous. So talented. Incredible. Like, I'm looking at it while I'm recording this, and I'm like, wow, what did I ever do to deserve a pen pal like them? They're so awesome. Anyways, I'm just gonna start reading the red stories. I think today I'm just going to read it and not really comment on anything. Because, yeah, why not? And I got a new microphone, so I'm not sure if this sounds weird, but I guess I will see if I like it in the end or not. Just to see if I'll keep using it. This is the first story, and it comes from slash Am I the Asshole, and it's from 1 month ago. And it says, Am I the asshole for playing mediator in a fight between my girlfriend and my friend over his past dark jokes? I, 20 male from Brazil, am dealing with a situation in my friend group, and I'm caught up right in the middle. A few years ago, my core group of friends and I started a 2 year IT course. There, we met a new group of people who eventually became our friends too. Here's the context: this new group of friends really does not like edgy or dark humor. My friends and I had to filter ourselves a bit, which was fine. However, one of my older friends, Gabrielle, 20 male, has a very specific sense of humor. His jokes were mostly light, but sometimes they were heavier. For example, making a joke about how women belong in the kitchen washing dishes. To be fair with Gabriel, he usually kept these jokes strictly within our original circle of guys, and he actively avoided making them when the girls from the new group were present. However, they still managed to overhear them from afar sometimes, or just knew about his humor. Because of this, the new group quietly rejected Gabriel. They tolerated him, but always with a rejection face. They never actually talked to him about it. Over the years, Gabriel matured, got better filters, and never targeted anyone specifically. Now, the main event. A few days ago, we went to a mutual friend's birthday party, about 14 of us. Gabriel was on his best behavior, quiet, no controversial jokes, nothing. During the party, we played Werewolves, which is a social deduction game. Someone randomly voted for Gabriel to be eliminated. My girlfriend, Melissa, 20 female, who is part of that newer group, agreed to vote him out. The host asked, "Why are you guys voting him out? It sounds like you have something against him." Melissa replied quietly, but loud enough for half the table to hear, "Yes, actually, I have everything against him, and it's not just me." Gabrielle was visibly upset. The host said that was uncalled for in public, but to avoid ruining the mood, we just kept playing. After the party, Gabriel texted our group chat, saying he felt extremely disrespected by Melissa's comment. Here's where I might be the asshole. I tried to mediate the situation. I replied in the group chat agreeing that Melissa's comment was unnecessary, especially since Gabriel hadn't done anything wrong that night. However, I also reminded Gabriel why she feels that way, and that even though she shouldn't have said it, she had her reasons. Gabriel got very angry at me. His defense is that his jokes were never directed at anyone. He kept them in his own circle, and if someone was bothered, they should have asked him to stop or left. I'm guessing he meant or leave. Right? Because, oh, whatever. Melissa found out what I said and is also pissed. She refuses to apologize, saying her comment wasn't a big deal and that she has said much worse things that he has said much worse things in the past. Gabriel refuses to apologize for his past jokes because he feels he did nothing wrong. Neither will apologize. Both think they are right, and now both are annoyed at me for my response. Am I the asshole? So top comment says, "You are the asshole. Women belong in the kitchen isn't a dark humor, it's just misogynistic. Your friend isn't edgy, he just sucks, lol. My friend group really likes dark humor, but that would not fly with any of us. To be honest, if I was your girlfriend, being friends with someone making jokes like that will raise some red flags for me about you. Another top comment says, yeah, those aren't dark or edgy jokes. A dark joke would be an actual joke about a dark topic such as serial killers. Gabriel is actively misogynistic. So no wonder none of the women and a few of the men don't like him and think he's gross. By defending him, people now think you are misogynistic. Next story comes from Wedding Drama. It's from 3 days ago, and it says mother in law asked to wear her cream, not white, wedding dress and offered her garter as my something borrowed. Um, so OP is the one getting married, and it says wedding is in August, and my fiance and I are pretty chill. I didn't expect to have any wedding drama. One day while out for dinner, my future mom-in-law said she wanted to show me some photos of the dress she was planning to wear, and she prefaced it by saying it was the cream, not white, dress she wore to her own wedding 35 years ago. Dot 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 dot. To give some context, it was a beach wedding and a short dress, not a typical wedding dress. I was so in shock that I didn't speak for 2 minutes while she kept looking at me. I squeaked out a, sure, sure, before internally freaking out. Thankfully, my fiance immediately stepped in and said no, while the mom-in-law gave reasons as to why she wanted to wear it. Didn't want to buy a new dress just for one event? Question mark. Though it'd be a nice homage. My fiance continued to say no and talked to her privately, and she agreed not to wear it, so I thought the matter was settled. Fast forward a few weeks, I'm at her house, and she decides to show me the dress she said she's 80% sure that she's not going to wear it. She then brings out her garter and offers to lend it to me as my something borrowed. Even though I'm not doing a garter toss or anything, or was going to wear a garter. Now, my fiance's brother told him how he overheard her talking about the dress situation to her friend and how she thinks it's fine to wear it, and her friend agreed. So obviously, she thinks that she's in the right since she continues to bring it up with her friends. 2 months after the ask happened. 4 months to go. Dot, dot, dot. So, top comment says, your fiance needs to tell his mother that if she shows up in that dress, she will not be allowed in. Full stop. And while he's at it, tell her if she changes into it during the reception, she will be escorted out. And make sure he tells his father as well. Hopefully, he can keep an eye on things. Another one says, sounds like you need to update your fiance. Also, tell her, and oh, no. Juicy. Okay, next story comes from Am I the Asshole from a month ago. And it says, am I the asshole for leaving my friend at the brewery when he brought up something that haunts me? It's already been tagged as not the a-hole, so let's see what is going on here. So, a few years ago, while on a hike with my wife, she slipped and fell. I was not able to get her up. For those of you who are familiar, this took place at a 14er group out of Chicago Basin, whatever that means. So it was stressful. Oh, I guess like mountains that are 14,000 high or something like that. Yeah. Anyways, he says, so it was stressful. Thankfully, another man was able to get her out, but it was hours later and she had been perched on a cliff under the drop site. She has never been upset with me for not being able to help her by myself. We're both avid, experienced hikers, but I am not a strong guy and she's a sturdy gal. The fear on her face as she fell is imprinted in my mind and something that will always haunt me. For that split second, I thought I would lose her forever. Not being able to help her still haunts me. She and I were together at the brewery with some friends. One of them was talking about a trip he planned up Como to the Blanca slash Little Bear Traverse. We did that one time a while back, and I had some advice for him. For absolutely no reason, he looked up at me and said, "Okay, bro, I'm not taking advice from a man who left his wife to rot on sunlight." My wife immediately corrected him, but I was stunned. He thought it was hilarious and had a huge grin on his face. I didn't know what to say, so I just got up to get another drink, but ended up going outside. My wife came to find me and asked if I was okay. I was honestly very upset and said I'd like to go. She drove us home. The issue, our friend was expecting us to drive him home, and I didn't say anything to tell him that I was going. I just left. He texted me, "Where the F did you go, bro? And bro, why are you ignoring me?" and all that. He had to take an Uber home, which was expensive. I asked him why he would bring up that accident when he knows how I feel about it. He responded with a bunch of images of emojis pointing and laughing. Okay. He said that my hypersensitivity cost him money. He is out of work, so that is true. And that I need to nut up and learn to laugh at myself. This is not typical behavior for him. I don't really hang out with guys who do all that bro stuff. He has historically been a nice guy. I also would not normally just abandon someone I had promised a ride. Am I the asshole for leaving him without a ride? And it says writing in an edit. Thank you for the responses, everyone. I did not want to bog down this post with the technical parts of what happened during the descent with my wife. I can carry my wife. That was not the sole issue. There was not a safe way for me to reach her and pull her up from where she was without help, nor to get her from below or the side. The man who came through had additional gear that helped, on top of having more upper body strength. It was the combination, and I apologize for not making that more clear. So the best comment, top comment says, "Not the asshole, and your wife loves you." The latter part matters more than some of not nice ex friend of yours. You didn't have to say you were upset. Your wife knew it and she came out to talk to you. She asked you what you needed and she left with you immediately. It sounds like she didn't even bother asking about how the other guy will get home because it didn't matter. Expect nothing from this person who made this comment. Don't expect them to change. Don't expect them to apologize. If you do, then you are the only one setting yourself up for disappointment. Do not carry this. Whoa, that was a great comment, actually. Let me see what else we have here. Another one says, "Not the asshole. He made a joke about the worst moment of your life, laughed at his own joke, and then sent memes when you asked him why. The Uber fare is the least expensive thing that happened that night." Yeah, yeah. Okay, this next story comes from AITH, and it's from 1 month ago, and it says, "Am I the asshole for refusing to attend my friend's fake engagement party after finding out it was staged?" So I have been friends with Lena for about 8 years. We're not super close anymore, but we still keep in touch and support each other when things come up. Last week, Lena sent out invites for an engagement party. She told everyone that she got engaged to her boyfriend of 2 years and it was a pretty big deal. Family, mutual friends, even some coworkers were invited. I was honestly happy for her at first and RSVP'd yes right away. A few days later, I happened to run into her sister who casually mentioned that her engagement wasn't official yet. I was confused and asked what she meant, and she told me that Lena and her boyfriend are just testing out the idea of engagement and plan the party to see how it feels and get reactions from people. I was honestly taken aback. I didn't say anything to Lena at first, but the more I thought about it, the more uncomfortable I felt. To me, an engagement party is meant to celebrate a real decision, not something hypothetical or experimental. So I messaged Lena and told her I wouldn't be able to attend anymore. I tried to keep it polite and just said I wasn't feeling well and had some personal stuff come up. She called me out later saying she felt hurt and I was being judgmental and unsupportive. She also said it's just a fun thing that I made it weird by overthinking it. A couple of our mutual friends think I'm being dramatic and that I should just go and support her journey. Now, I'm second guessing myself. I didn't want to ruin her moment, but at the same time, it didn't feel genuine to me. Am I the a hole for not going? And the top comment says, not the a hole. Are they just trying to get gifts from people? And yeah, enough is said. Let's go to the next one. This one comes from slash Mark Narrations from 1 month ago. And it says, am I the a hole for giving our son my last and slash family name? I, female 32, have been with my partner, male 34, for around 9 years. We have a 5-month-old son who has my last name. My partner is upset about this and feels I have deceived him because he thought the name was just for the hospital documents and not legally for everything else. He wants our son to have his name and has been hiding it from slash lying to his family until we get it changed. I have been upfront from the very early days in our relationship that any child I have will have my name, generally around the context of if we're married, I'll have your name, so if our kids will have our name. But if we aren't married, the kids have whatever name I have at the time that they are born. I already have an older child, male 12, from a previous relationship who also has my name, so it's not like he was blindsided by my mindset about this. Some additional context: I am from New Zealand. When my dad married my stepmom, they hyphenated their names together, and when my brother married, he took his wife's name. My family is very big, mixed, and open minded. We are not set in a lot of the more traditional mindsets. My partner is from Punjab, India, and has a very traditional family mindset. Think 1950s, ay mi madre, a strict gender roles type household. The type of person who thinks if he has to do anything traditionally feminine, his genitals might fall off, therefore must be avoided at all cost. We planned a wedding in 2025 and had a small ceremony at the Gurwara Sahib. I hope I said that right. The wedding has been a spot of contention for us as it was completely centered around him, his culture, and his family, since he wanted to have it done for his parents to be happy. I cannot let him and his family arrange everything and just showed up on the day. I have since found out we aren't actually married. We signed documents on the day and I thought it was sorted. However, my partner was evasive every time I asked him about a marriage certificate, and he finally admitted nothing was filed and we are not legally married. Since we're not married, I have not changed my name to his. And when our son was born, we had several roundabout conversations about his last name, ultimately ending with me putting my name on his documents. Recently, the topic came up again where he was upset about the name, and I have started to feel really guilty. Not necessarily because of my decision, mostly because he is hurt about it, and I feel bad that he's upset. I have told him we can change the names after we're actually married. It's not a big deal, but until then, my kids have my name and I'm not budging. Go, mamas, go! I really don't think I am in the wrong, as I was clear about this from the start. Yes, yes. But lately, there has been that little niggle in the back of my mind that maybe I was wrong. No, mamas, no. I know this can be a really touchy topic, especially with men, but I really feel like he had more than enough opportunity to be on board with this well before we had a baby, period. Am I the asshole? So, first up comment, and TA, not the a-hole, don't marry this guy. Start planning your exit. Wow. And second one says, you were clear, he didn't listen, and he kind of created the situation since the marriage documents were not sent in. If he said he would take care of it, I would say, not the a hole. I have similar mindset where my kids get my last name. And yeah. Oh wow. And I'm seeing here a comment that says either that or it was a fake wedding entirely. Yeah, that could be a possibility. Okay, we are going to this other one that comes from Am I Overreacting? And it's from a day ago. And it says, Am I overreacting for snapping at my friend for calling my shoes and me trashy? So it says, My friend works in finance. A finance bro. We don't like those. And his office throws the team a celebration lunch at a nice restaurant when they have an exceptionally good quarter or whatever. Yeah, whatever it is that they do. Dates are allowed, and he said that he was tired of being one of the only people that go alone every time. So he asked if I would be his plus one this time. The dress code was business casual. I wore a loose white button down shirt, gray slacks, and a 2-inch leopard print heels. He said my shoes and he saw my shoes and said they were tacky. Talky. When I asked how, he replied that only certain women wear leopard slash cheetah print. Okay. All right. I questioned him further about what kind of women. He said the kind that wear print styles. I pushed him until he finally admitted he meant trashy women. For context, I'm also Latina. Uh-huh. I don't have proof because he didn't explicitly say it, but his tone and the way he kept dancing around the questions felt really racially loaded. He's probably referring to the chonga stereotype racist. Imagine when referring to trashy Hispanic women. I got mad and told him that I was doing him a favor and that he needs to shut up before I get so angry and make us both look bad because I'll either be upset the whole time or just not go to the lunch. Was he right about the shoes? Should I apologize? And the top comment says, not overreacting. I'm Dutch, but we have our own version of chongas. Leopard print, lots of gold, dyed blonde hair, tongue piercings, the work. I love it, and I will not be ashamed of it. Don't let anyone take this from you, like my spiritual mother, Dolly Parton, said. I make jokes about it, but it's not. Honestly, I don't have a Dolly Parton's voice, so I'm not even gonna try. But it says I make jokes about it, but it's the truth that I kind of patterned my look after the town tramp. I didn't know what she was, just this woman who was blonde and piled her hair up, wore high heels and tight skirts, and boy, she was the prettiest thing I've ever seen. Mama used to say, "Ah, she's just trash," and I thought, that's what I want to be when I grow up. Trash. And yeah, that was Dolly Parton. Bless her heart, she's awesome. And people are laughing about the code for a little bit. And another top comment says, There's a reason your friend usually attends these lunches alone. It's because he is an a hole, not overreacting. Okay, next. This comes from MIDX. I, 24 male, accused my girlfriend's 13-year-old sister of hitting on me. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. This one's gonna be different. Okay. I, 24 male, have been dating my girlfriend, 24 female, for the past 2 years now. Although we've been best friends before we officially hooked up. My girlfriend has a little sister named Rio, 13 female. Rio really looks up to me, and I get along very well with her. One day last month, I was visiting my girlfriend's parents' house. Rio wanted to take me out on a walk because there is an abandoned tree house in the woods nearby that she wanted to show me. So I said, sure, why not? While I was walking with her, it was quite windy outside, and she was wearing a crop top and skirt, so it was difficult not to notice that the wind was blowing her crop top and skirt open. Well, of course, I couldn't see up her skirt, but the wind was blowing enough that her thighs were very exposed. Oh my god, dude. I. This is hard for me because it's kind of disgusting. Well, it's not kind of disgusting, it's disgusting. It was so uncomfortable for me, but Rio didn't seem to notice that so much of her body was showing. Eventually, I just stopped dead in my tracks and I bluntly asked her if she was trying to hit on me because the way she was dressed, together with her request to walk with me alone, just felt so inappropriate. Inapropiado. She looked so weirded out and repulsed. Yeah, yeah. And she said the equivalent of, ew, no. Yeah, what else is she gonna say, creep out? I I told her that I just wanted to check, and so I resumed walking, but I noticed that Rio was not following me. I turned around, she was running back home. This entire incident has damaged my relationship not just with my girlfriend's sister, uh, but with my girlfriend and her parents. Her parents were so angry when Rio told them what happened during the walk, and I was kicked out of their house. My girlfriend refuses to communicate with me or see me now. And the last time I talked with her, she was crying and she told me to stay away from her little sister. I'm eager to get back on the family's good graces, and I like to sit down with Rio eventually and have a one-to-one discussion. Don't, do not, mm-mm, with her about what happened that day. How do I get back together with my girlfriend? How do I repair my relationship with her family? Top comment. He wants to sit down and have a one-to-one conversation with her. Dude, just stop. Hands where we can see them and back away from the minor. Another one says, ah, yes, this is my preferred method of hitting on men too. I wear clothes and exist next to them. It's the best and always works. Yeah, and just says that original poster is disgusting because they are. Okay, next one. Oh, actually, I'm running out of time. So I guess that's gonna be the last one for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you really liked everything I made for my Penpal. Till the next. Bye.